Welcome to the Nice Guy Myths Busted series of the Drop the Mask podcast. Together, we shine a light on the faults, the habits, roles, and thoughts that have never been the real you. When you see them clearly and stop making them part of your identity, they lose their power. Without that recognition, you'll always be pulled back to the same cycles of frustration and pain. But with it, you can return back to your true self, the confident, connected man you've always been beneath the patterns. So let's get started. Pretty recently, I went through a why discovery process, and part of the process was to ask a friend, why are we friends? And, ask several rounds to get through all the layers of because I like spending time with you and, more superficial answers and get more down to the core of that question. The interesting thing, though, was after we went a little bit forth and back and that person replied to me, why are we friends? And we kind of got to the core. He returned the question, he turned it around and was like, why are we friends? And I was a little bit, I thought about it. I wasn't prepared to answer the question in return, and I wasn't really sure. He told me, I got so much value in his life. I helped him with this, I helped him with that. I got him, some book recommendation, which really changed how he's thinking and stuff like that. And I was like, I got a good feeling because I could help you with that. I was like, what did I get? And so that's the first pattern, giving more than you get. Giving more than you get it's a really complicated pattern because for nice guys, they have kind of this unspoken contract within themselves where they think, okay, if I give something, I will get something in return. The problem is, and this is why this is a false behavior, this is false in you. The problem is nobody knows about this. Nobody knows that you're just giving and you expect something in return, and you're the only one expecting something in return. Everybody else is like, I don't know that this person expects something in return, because nice guys usually don't communicate those needs, those wants. There's oh, I want this. It's no, they kind of expect I gave you something, why don't I give it, why don't you give that back to me or something else, So to be brutally honest, it's actually a little bit toxic behavior, because as I started to unwrap this also in myself, is what's happening for most guys here is they give and give and give, but subconsciously they, and me included, I try to get something back in return, especially in relationships and in romantic relationships. And at some point, nice guys can grow really resentful towards that other person because they're like, I never get anything, without realizing that we have the power to ask for things and might just not be comfortable with that too, right? But that's another pattern. But just the pattern of giving and giving and giving, not getting it back, and kind of expecting it though, and then growing this resentment towards the other person. So why is that a false behavior? I'd argue that this is not our natural state. It's something which we learned in our childhood, some behavior which is learned behavior, and how we learned how the world works. And that is one pattern which doesn't serve us anymore, and we can let go of it. That's not as easy most of the times, but it's easier said than done. But with this series, I just want to build the awareness of getting you in the mindset of, oh, wait, oh, true, I'm doing this. Wait, why am I doing this? Because this is the first step to actually being able to work on that kind of stuff. So the question becomes, what is the motivation behind this kind of behavior? Is it low self-worth? These are questions you can ask yourself. And in every video of this series, I'm going to give you from now on a weekly quest, which I just call homework, but quest sounds more epic, more like fantasy, MMO-like, And and a few reflective questions. You will find the reflective questions in the description of the video or the podcast you're listening to. So the quest actually will be, I'm going to read it here. when getting a compliment next week, or someone wants to invite you for something, just say thank you and observe what thoughts and emotions come up for you. You know, if the urge comes up for you to give something back immediately or to say no of receiving something, like, because I want to make you more aware how easy it is for nice guys to give, but most nice guys are very reluctant to receive back because they feel like, oh, now I owe the other person something like that, but they never feel like they are owed something when they give, or at least not at first, but subconsciously, obviously, you want to get something. And then the 4 questions. I always have 4 questions, and you can answer 1, 2, or all of them. Maybe start like a nice guy journal or something like that, just to get more awareness towards how you show up in the world and what kind of false patterns are alive in your everyday life, are alive in you. And to come a little bit closer to the truth of like who you really are below those patterns. So the 4 questions are: number 1, how do I define my worth, and is it tied to what I do for others? How do I feel? Like, second one, how do I feel when I receive without giving anything in return? Number 3, what would a balanced exchange of giving and receiving look like in my closest relationship? And number 4, when was the last time I gave more than I truly wanted to, and how did I feel afterwards? So yeah, let me know, maybe you answer these questions even in the comments of YouTube video, for example, or send me a DM via my email or on Instagram. And I would love to hear how these patterns play out in your life. So yeah, see you next time.